Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D. We live in the morning, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. We are live, y'all. It's been crazy. If I can say that, it's been crazy. Between us switching from summer to spring to winter to tsunami, it looks like next week, or this week, I can't really keep up. But I know one thing that I can keep up with, and that's my faith, okay? When you're in your journey of life, when you're writing your book of life, and you're going through, okay, you have to ask yourself, what do I believe in? What is my faith? What are my core values? Because honestly, if you just don't believe in anything, I mean, if we as a nation didn't believe in anything, we wouldn't have our Constitution, and we wouldn't have our bylaws and government that we have, because it's based off a faith system, okay? People can argue with me about that it's not, but everything in life is based off of some faith, okay? It may be Hindu, it may be Christianity, it may be Buddhism, it may be, oh gosh, I forgot all the different types of faiths out there. Just spiritual. But someone out there everywhere believes in something or someone, okay? And if you don't, then you might be the 1%. But finding a faith that aligns, your universe, for lack of a better term, is very beneficial. It can help you climb mountains that you never thought you could before, okay? So I saw this saying, and I keep saying it everywhere, and it resonated with me with the word faith, okay? So it says that, when times are starting to get dark in your life and you think you've been buried, little do you know you were just planted. I mean, and then there's spin-offs of that phrase, but oh my gosh, that phrase alone is so powerful. A lot of times we come to our low moments in our lives, okay? We all have them. It's different for everybody, but it's just a low moment. Maybe, tax money didn't come through or something since it's tax time. I don't know what had happened. But don't look at it as a situation as I'm down and out. Look at it as a situation as I'm planted. It's time to do some growing, okay? Speaking of which, if you have not went and listened to my Planting Seeds series, it is now available specifically on Spotify. Definitely go listen to that. There will be no new makings of that. It's only the old recordings of it. So listen to that series and let that help you if you need some help with your faith, with your spiritual walk, okay? But for have a phrase just hit you in the heart like that, especially coming off a rough love weekend for a lot of people who don't feel love. Some people may have experienced deaths recently, and they don't feel like they're in a holiday mood or something. Understand, your dark time is just you being buried. You're being planted so that you can blossom into this beautiful fruit, okay? And I don't want to say flower. I want to say fruit, because our tree, because it's going to give life to something else or someone else, and it's just going to keep generating and keep growing and keep reproducing, okay? We are beautiful fruits. We reproduce all the time, okay? And we need to make sure that we continue to do that. Now, it is going to be rough, okay? That's like, I'm in the Christianity, okay? I'm a Christian. And in the Bible, 23rd Psalms, it talks about, yea, though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. Okay. Now, if anybody know me, is growing up, I was afraid of dark. terrified of it. I think that's a natural little kid thing. Still to this day, I'm a little skeptical about it. But some tunnels and valleys, especially the long tunnels, if you ever get a chance to go to Virginia Beach, to get to the actual beach, depending on which route you go, I'm not sure if all directions has it, but you have to go through this underwater tunnel, okay? People thought I was tripping. I'm like, nah, I'm going underwater right now, and I can feel it, like my head pressure and everything. But it's like, if they didn't have lights, you would literally just be driving in the blind, okay? So for those who are thrill seekers, who want to just try something risky, I say go in there, ask them to turn off the lights, cut off your car lights, and just go, okay? But imagine getting stuck in traffic just sitting in that tunnel. Walls are starting to close in, little heart palpitations, you're sweating a lot. That's what life is a lot of times. We get closed in on situations as if we're closed in a casket and we can't get out, okay? It's going to be dark. Okay? If there was never going to be a dark time, why would we ever create the word dark? If there was never going to be a bad time, why would we create the word bad? If there was never going to be a time where we need to reach out for help, why would we even know what that word means? Okay? So, we know that these things mean something to us in our lives because we're going to need them at one point in our lives. But as you're being watered, as somebody is pouring love onto you, as I am doing today, remember to go back and give to someone. Pour water on them, fill them up, nourish them, help them grow, okay? Because once you grow and prosper, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep giving and keep growing and keep helping, okay? You're fearing no evil. You're living that fearless lifestyle that you have been called to live. If it doesn't frighten you, it's not big enough. Okay? I love to tell my kids, dream big. Dream big. There's nothing else. There's no or. Just dream big. I hate to pause because I really feel like most people like or. So when you dream big, the small pieces are just the stepping stones to help you get there. Okay. Never once did somebody say dream big and if it don't work out, run back over there and be a bag boy. No, being a bag boy, customer service, helping, just networking, okay? It's stepping stones to where you want to be. You never know who you will meet. You never know who you will confront, who you will talk to. But you do know that you're employed, you have air in your lungs, you're able to get out of bed, you're able to have someplace to call home. So it's not the end. It's not finished. Your chapter is still being written. It might just be a sentence that you're writing and it might run on a little bit. But guess what? There's a period that's coming in the end because we don't live a question mark life, right? It might be an exclamation point because you say, ooh, I got promoted to supervisor or I'm the store owner now or, So your faith gives you something to believe in, something to keep driving for, something to keep pushing for. So, and it helps you out more than just the quotes that I can post on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, more than the words that I can say on a podcast. It's self-worthy. It's inside of you. It's the air that you breathe every day, okay? It's a higher being that's more than a human experience. So it shows, like, if you go into something, like let's say you go into a job interview, you go in with the mindset, I'm not getting this job. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get the job. 9 times out of 10 because it's very rare. It does happen. Some people still do get the job and they're successful. Not knocking it. Just saying though, if you go in with negative all the time, you're going to yield negative. So why do we do it? We do it because we have nothing to believe in. We have no hope. We have no faith. Faith, love, and charity. And the greatest of these 3 is love. So, I tell you guys, I love y'all every single day. If nobody else does, that's a step. That's a start. I believe in everybody. I have faith enough to know that you all are going to succeed and blossom and be great beings in this world. And I genuinely hope that this happens for everybody. Now it's up to you, okay? The ball is now in your court. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to research today? Where are you going to go worship, okay? Change your mindset and watch the world around you change. Change your mindset and watch the world around you change. I'm excited for everybody's year, everybody's 2020, okay? The amount of tunnel vision that we should have right now going into this is beautiful. My favorite part about going into tunnels is that if you look on the walls, you see graffiti. And it makes me smile because that's human expression. It's art. It's beautiful. It's raw. It's real. It's edgy. And it also lets me know that there's some real people in my life when I'm going through my own tunnels. There's some edginess that I need to explore sometimes. There's some art to life that we need to find. I look for the beauty in life because there's so much to look at. Do you just continue to look for the negativity? Do you always look to point a finger at somebody? Or do you look at a little kid and be like, hi, I see greatness. Now what's your name that you called by? The next generation will be doomed if we don't do something now. So, get off your couch. Get off your sofa. Get off your throne, which is the bathroom. And go. Do something. Volunteer. Help out. Do something. But just stop sitting. Saturday mornings, you should always be into something. You should always be finding something to do. Someone to help. Go help with a Girl Scouts, a Boy Scouts league. Go help with a Little League basketball, a baseball team, soccer, whatever your sport may be. I don't know your poison, but you pick your poison. Do something to help get the next generation to the level of greatness that our generation was called to be, but for some reason, we are too blind to see it. I like to believe that none of us would call to pay taxes and all this other stuff and have all these different bills, because going back to older times, we were named by our jobs. Our last name was our job. And a lot of times I wanted to know how we were able to section off land that was never ours. But we do it without second guessing, without hesitation. But the moment somebody says, get up and do something for yourself, you second guess it. You hesitate. You don't want to really do it because you're overthinking about it. But all of these other things that seem so unnatural, we just do. So I'm giving you a lot of fruit for thought on this Sunday, okay? Because a great man once told me that if I give you all the answers, you would never be able to figure things out on your own. Mr. Linwood Watts, I still value that statement till this day. So, I want you to go out, get up, do something. Find your faith. Hold on to your faith. Never let it go. Okay? Keep it with you wherever you go. And know that I love you. Know that I have faith in you. Know that I hope the best for you. My name is Becky D. Becky D in the mornings. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning.